Hello dear friends, welcome to AutoCAD lesson number 16. In today's class we will be doing a basic dimensions. Now before we start a basic dimensions, the most important thing is that when you are doing a dimension, your dimension should be visible. So I will tell you this one small trick which will help you to see the dimension size as well as dimension arrow size. Now for example, let us say that I have a rectangle and I want to measure it. So I will go to the linear, I will go to selection 1, I will go to selection 2 and I will come up. Now in this case fine, it is visible, but in your case maybe it is coming very small. Let us say I am dimensioning again. In your case maybe it is coming like this now. Now you can see that it is very small and you are not able to see it till you zoom it. Now how do you make the size, dimension size bigger in this as well as the arrow size? Very small procedure. Now assume that the text height you want this much. That means now the text height is coming so small, but now you want a text height to be so big. So with the help of dimension DI enter, measure this from this point to this point. You will see down the distance is 11. So height text we will assume it around 10. So the best way to go to the format dimension style, that is I will go to the dimension style, and in dimension style I will go to modify, and in modify first in this symbol and arrow size I will put the same, that is 10, as well as in text I will put it as 10, and this is a distance of a text and the dimension line. This you can put it as 1/4 of 10, so I will put it as let us say 2. OK, set current and close. Now you can see your dimension is also visible, your arrow size is also visible. Now we will do the basic dimensions. Now let us start with a linear. Now linear is a dimension in which we can get the dimension for the horizontal as well as vertical. How do we do it? Let us say that you have a rectangle and you want to do a dimension to it. Go to the linear, selection 1, selection 2 and come up. Now before you do the dimension, just change the color of the dimension so that you can see it nicely. Dimension, linear, selection 1, selection 2, selection 1, selection 2, selection C. So this is about the linear. Now let us say that this is not vertical, but you have little bit incline. In that case you cannot do a linear. If you go to the linear, you will be not able to make a proper dimension to it. You can see that it is giving you a dimension of a straight horizontal line, but for an inclined line you have to go to the inclined, selection 1, selection 2 and selection 3. So for an inclined I have gone to inclined. Now let us say that this part is not here, I will take it little bit inside, and now I want to check the radius between these two lines. So I will go to the radius, that is angular, selection 1, selection 2 and selection 3. Again selection 1, selection 2, selection 3. Again selection 1, selection 2, selection 3. So this is about the angular. Let us go to the next topic, that is the arc length. Arc length is nothing but let us say that I will just change the color, go back to the red. Let us say that you have a rectangle and it's just consider it to be a window, and you have an arc on the top of the window. Now let us say that you need to take out the length of this arc. That means if I open this arc from this junction and this junction, and if I make this arc as a straight line, so what will be the length of that arc? For that you will go to the arc length, you will make the selection to the arc, you will go a little bit up, and this is going to tell you the arc length, that is 231. Now let us make a circle of radius 25. So this is a circle of radius 25, and we will check how to put a radius in case of a circle. So radius, selection 1, selection 2, again go to the diameter, selection 1, selection 2. So with the help of radius and diameter, you will be able to take out the radius and diameter of the drawing. So this is all about the basic dimensioning of a drawing. I hope you have understood the practical. If you have any questions, please do ask. Good day.